Hello everyone, welcome back to the Mystery Channel 33. I am Tatiana. I am here to help solve missing women, children, and men cases. I am here to break the case. I'm here to break the codes if I see any. I'm here to see where their bodies are located if they know. And I'm also here to see if they're alive, deceased, bodies to the exchange identity or misidentity. Y'all already should know who's involved, so let's begin. This is titled Episode 087, Barbara and Gordon Erickstad. Okay? That's how they look. Think this the one they said their son killed them. I'm hearing no, but let's see. When a couple is brutally murdered in their home, investigators embark on a nationwide manhunt for those responsible. Who killed the Erickstads? Okay. Warning poster for Brian Erickstad and Robert Lawrence. Okay. I'm hearing no. I don't think they did it. Okay. Michelle and Amy ran in 1998. Now they might got something to do with it. And this is the house where they lived at in Laredo Drive in North Dakota. Okay. Or where their bodies could be at. And this is the house on East Street Avenue where Brian and Robert spend most of their time. Google Maps. Okay. They're like one of They're like one of them traffic key houses. We got some down here too. This is Gordon's 1998 10 Chevy pickup. Okay. All that is evidence. Okay. Episode transcript. Welcome back to Bite Size Crime. This week I'm bringing you a full tragic case. One that somehow didn't receive much attention outside of a small town. Even the town don't even know about this. This episode discusses sensitive topics and include graphic descriptions, so listeners' discretion is advised. On the morning of September the 18th, 1998, a young woman walked into a police station in Bismarck, North Dakota. She told the officers at the desk that she thought her boyfriend may have killed his parents. She then provided an address, 245 Laredo Drive. See? Yeah, she got something to do with it. They're both their girlfriends. Officers immediately responded to the scene, armed and ready, unsure what they would find inside the quainty wood-sided home. But before they even made it through the door, they knew something was terribly wrong. Blood stained the driveway, and there were bloody drag marks leading from the garage to the entryway. So they took their bodies out. It only got more gruesome once police entered the home. The house was a disaster. There were papers scattered on the countertops, broken glass on the floor, signs of a struggle everywhere. So they probably protect the house. The drag marks continued throughout the house, leading officers to the upstairs hallway when there was multiple pools of blood soaking the carpet. In the main bedroom, the mattress was leaning up against the wall and all the drawers had been pulled out from the dresser. Okay, so we're going to exorcism. In the kitchen sink were 3 knives, a large shelf knife, a smaller fillet knife, and a knife that had been broken in half. Pieces missing from its tip, all 3 was covered in blood. But it wasn't there that caused officers the most alarm. The owners of the home, Gordon and Barbara Erickstad, were nowhere to be seen. The Bismarck Police Department immediately Bismarck. So we're going to business and a market, the black market, okay? Because it's not a real police station. Immediately put a barricades around Laredo Drive, blocking off the usual quiet street while they tried to determine what had happened inside that house. They quickly obtained a search warrant and began collecting evidence, pulling up carpet, bagging the bloody knives, and carefully preserving bloody sheets and clothing that had been left at the scene. Court records show that investigators interrogated 5 pages worth of evidence from the home that day. So, yeah, they got something, okay? Regarding their house or their life, okay? Their insurance, look, I'm hearing life insurance. At the same time, detectives canvassed the neighborhood, knocking on doors and speaking with residents. Based on these conversations, they soon determined that the Erickstads hasn't been seen in nearly 36 hours. So, 2 days and a half. Usually, Barbara and Gordon was very visible, chatting with neighbors or working in their yard. True. But one resident noted that the house had been oddly quiet for the past few nights. Another added the outside porch light had been left on since Wednesday, 2 days earlier. Yeah, they probably fun to the boyfriends. They all gone, okay? They was cut up, okay? Basically. In addition to that, both of the Erickstad's cars scored in 1990 Gordon's, so they still got something of him around. 1998 Chevy pickup and Barbara's 1990 Cadillac was missing from the garage. The totality of the information the bloody scene in front of them told the detective that the Erickstads had likely been victims of a violent attack. Barbara and Gordon had met in 1969 in Fargo, North Dakota. Somewhere going to bank. I'm hearing that bank, Fargo, real Fargo. Barbara was a recent graduate from Dakota Business College. Gordon was a Korean War veteran and member of the Army National Guard. They married in January 1970 and had 2 daughters, Michelle in 1971 and Stacy in 1974. 6 years later, they adopted a baby boy who they named Brian. So them 2 girls they said was their daughters is the killers. The Erickstad family moved around a few times with the National Guard, but eventually settled in the capital city of Bismarck. Barbara and Gordon worked hard to build a life for their children, and the 3 siblings grew up happy and loved. The Erickstad were respected in the community, and everyone spoke highly of them. By the late 1990s, retirement was on the horizon. See, they probably got that because I know a lot of military men that done got retired. A lot of people done took their money. Okay, so they probably in their bodysuit to get the money, y'all. So be careful of that too. Guard for over 30 years, and Barbara's career in finance had been rewarding. The couple were looking forward to spending even more time with their children and grandchildren in the years to come. So now, as detectives surveyed the bloody scene at the Erickstad, they knew they had to act fast to find Barbara and Gordon and track down the person or persons who had committed this horrible crime. Thankfully, investigators already had a solid lead. The young woman at the station that morning had said that she believed her boyfriend, Brian Erickstad, had killed his parents. And Brian's lengthy criminal record seemed to support that theory. Okay, hers. Although Brian had a happy childhood, he struggled with the fact that he was adopted, wondering why his birth mother had abandoned him and feeling terrified that it would happen again. As he approached his teenage years, Brian's life started to unravel. At just 12 years old, Brian was arrested for shoplifting and carrying a concealed weapon. By 13, Brian was drinking alcohol and smoking weed. At 15, he was arrested for possession, and soon he would run away from home, drinking every weekend and getting high on meth, prescription pills, and PCP. I had a drink by meth. He was eventually sent to a rehab center 50 miles from home, where he managed to stay clean for an entire year, but soon he had fallen back in with the same crowd as before, and his life became solely focused on his drug habit. When Brian turned 18 in 1998, he started being charged in the door for his criminal offenses. Okay. Because I ain't got enough time to read all this, y'all. On the morning of Wednesday, September 16, Brian decided to officially move into the basement apartment at Street Avenue. When he returned to his parents' house to gather some belongings, Gordon and Barbara were as supportive as always. Gordon handed Brian an envelope with court papers and reminded him to show up for his next court appearance. Barbara gave him a plate of cookies to take with him. Food, sound like them. Some regarding Misty as well. Misty left Brian and Robert at the house to clean up the scene while she drove back to Street Avenue. She went to the basement and woke up Ryan, telling him that his friends needed help because they did a bad thing. But when Misty and Ryan got to the Erickstad house, Brian and Robert were gone, and so were Gordon's Chevy pickup. So I guess Misty the girlfriend. Okay. Finally, on October 11, 1999, the trial began. The prosecution laid out the timeline for the jury, showing gruesome photos and videos of the crime scene. In his opening statement, attorney Bruce Womack focused on the world of drugs and alcohol that Brian and Robert were immersed in. He told jurors about areas of Bismarck that many of us do not even know exists, a society within our society that we cannot understand or even comprehend. Okay, that could be multiple things. It could be porn. It could be all that. Okay, y'all. Just hours after his sentencing, Brian gave a phone interview to Bismarck Tribune in which he repeated how sorry he was and how he took his parents for granted. When I was in a hole, they were glad to pull me out. For some reason, I resented them for it. I think maybe I was afraid of them saying, screw it, we don't want you no more. I thought they were doing it for their benefit. They were saving my life, but I didn't see it. Barbara and Gordon Erickstad are buried next to each other in Valley City, North Dakota. They live forever in the memory of their children and grandchildren. Their kindness and love will not be forgotten. So yeah, he said that's not them in the grave, and he's locked up in a prison, and he's finna get out. Okay, so basically long overdue. I don't think I believe he didn't do it. So you like to help more into this case, you can. I don't do it for the fame or the money. I do it because it's what I love to do. And to the real families of these victims, corporate America will set y'all up. But thank y'all, peace, and be safe.